What's up? My name's Lilo Key, and here's how I wrote, recorded, and engineered my new song Steal the Scene, produced by my friend Koki, in all under an hour and a half. Check it out. Steve Brule. Check it out.
I'm gonna play some unreleased.
Hey there.
Yoppers, huh?
So here's the making of video of Steal the Scene. So I live stream just about every day of the week. I started doing this about a month and a half back, and I like this. I like starting off the streams with a bit of preview of some unreleased music and such. I think that generates a good audience. On this particular stream, this was one of the first streams
I think that's the main platform I follow you on,
that
just
I did.
from way back.
First live streams that I did like this. I've been experimenting with live streaming for a long time, but I started to dive into it more this spring as a way to work with other creatives and to build a bit of a community. So on and so forth. And so I had a long-time viewer who hangs around in the in the live streams. I was watching the first round of them, and he hit me up and said he had a friend who he was trying to hit up who was a producer, who ended up being Koki, the producer of this song.
On this scene, I've got my email when I'm recording. Hopefully I can...
So this is, I started working on a song that I had started the day before, and I was on a real hot streak this week, honestly. It was like making a song a day, and each one was doing it in a couple hours. So this is Koki. He got in touch with me, joined the chat, and as I was engineering the song for the previous day, he was giving me pointers, like teaching me how to use New Tone. Apparently that's built in FL Studio. Who the hell knew that? Not I.
Who are your favorite artists?
And then he sent me over his YouTube page and wanted me to check out a few of his beats. The first one was a drill beat. I'd done a drill beat before, but I wasn't feeling like doing a drill song again.
Are sick.
There's another one that he had sent over. Or I was just scrolling through his YouTube, rather. And then he emailed me one. He emailed me one beat. Usually when a producer gets in touch with me and sends me beats, it's like a beat pack because I just write better like that, having options. So I'm not forced to work on one. But I played it right away. And I've never made a song
thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
This type of I don't even know what it is, like hyper pop rap, almost like a Lil Uzi type beat. Something like that. I don't even know what you'd call it really, but I never made a song to a beat like this before. I thought, this is melodic. It's right up my alley. It fits my voice. And this is me just trying to find the tune. Like, when I write and something sparks my interest, it's right away. It's right away. So the struggle is coming up with that first line. A bit of a tune if the song requires it, and that first line. If I come up with a good first line, I almost always have a song. So this is me staring at a phone screen, notepad, open up. Boom. There's the first half of it. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice. And then I needed to close that line. I knew she's a devil when I heard poison. Boom. First line. And that, as soon as I had that, you can almost see it. It's just like, alright, yep. Because that's the way, especially songs today are with this such a fast-paced listener and the TikTok audience and stuff. You hook them with the first line. So if you get a first, my mentality is always if I get a first line, I can typically write a song. And I still didn't know where the whole tune of the hook was going. I kind of create the melody and rough lyrics. Like some artists will hum the melody, record a humming of the melody. I rarely do that. I never do that, really, honestly, if we're being honest. Which I don't know why we wouldn't be. I at least write, something lyrics that could be in the song. And then I'll typically go back and, like an essay, edit them later, switch words around. There I'm just trying to think of what my favorite cars are. McLaren P1.
Big fan of McLaren.
I
I will own a whole caravan of McLarens one day. P1 obviously is worth $2 million, so I don't quite have access to that. And that was kind of my thinking, was that's a little out of my range currently, so let's maybe think of something that I could afford. Maybe that I've looked at purchasing already. Scat Pack. P1 a wagon. Okay, got G-Wagon in there. That's not very reasonable, but closer.
Yeah. I don't see the devil when I heard a voice poison. Pull up in a P1 or the wagon, I got choices.
And the tune for this,
thank you, I
like,
appreciate that. I think
came
this is
real
really
quick.
cool, actually. I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a P1 or the wagon, I got choices.
At least the first half of it did, but it took me a long time. I think, like, so in total, this song took about an hour and a half to get, like, a real reasonable mix of the song.
I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in
I think 30 minutes of it
I
were
got
just
choices.
coming up with the hook. Coming up with the tune of the hook and the lyrics. So then I wrote the verse, mixed it in an hour.
I don't need a devil when I heard her voice poison.
Recorded the hook, wrote the verse, recorded the verse, engineered it in the next hour. I work quick, man. I work quick.
I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. I was talking reckless, so I can't join the noises and the voices and the bone. I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. I was talking reckless, so I can't quiet the noises. There ain't been another.
Some
like
semblance
me
of a
now.
third line there, but it's not quite. Not quite. And there, yeah.
I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. I was talking reckless, so I can't quiet the noises. There ain't been another light I'm missing.
So I think earlier, like, I did the tune that I ended up going with for the last line.
I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices.
And somewhere along this process of writing the other lines, I guess, I forgot it and was trying to force this melody, and this just isn't a concluding melody, in my opinion. I'm just trying to force it too much. And then when I just kind of took a second, kept trying to force it, and then eventually gave up and just felt where the boom, there's the melody. There's the conclusion of the hook.
I don't see the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. I was talking reckless, so I can't quiet the noises and bring the toys since you want to underneath me. Got the face like with it, face down,
And for a long time I was stuck on there'll never be another me. Like, can't bring the toys and there'll be another me, or there'll never be another me. But bringing toys in, like toys is a reference for guns, like a stick up, there'll never be another me. Those two things don't go together. So it's a placeholder there. That's the way I was kind of looking at it. Now you can see, like, once I get the melody down, I'm already kind of experimenting with how the verse is going to kick off. I kind of have
what
some
is
semblance
the key
of
and
that.
BPM of this beat? Oh, never mind. I see it right here. E major 82 or 163.
But at this point, I figured I had enough, of a final version of the chorus to, start the project file. Open the project file, import the beat, set the key, BPM, and start trying to record this, or at least trying it. And I typically, it's not good practice. I know it's not good practice, but I typically record with auto-tune on. Don't tell anyone. Well, I guess I'm telling everyone. Yeah. And I know I could do it in a different way that doesn't.
I know she the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack
That
of the
doesn't
wagon, I got choices.
record with the auto-tune on it,
but
but
cut the
what?
noises.
It's
brought
me.
the toys
I'm
and
engineering it myself.
Me.
I don't care. It just allows me to hear what it's going to sound like, because I'm not a great singer, but if I'm close enough where if I can hear what's right and how to get to what's right, then I can improve my own actual natural singing so that I'm even closer to how it should actually sound. But I still record it with the auto-tune.
Brought the toys and you can't. Brought the toys and you think we can't steal the scene. I know she the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack of the wagon, I got choices. Hey, was talking reckless till he came to cut the noise.
Bar's wobbly.
We can't steal the scene.
Early takes. Or early just rehearsals.
Yeah.
And that's god awful.
Yeah.
But I always start with those, yeah.
I knew she the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack of the wagon, I got choices. Hey, was talking reckless till we came to cut the noises. They brought the toys and you think we came to steal the scene. I should have. The devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack of the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came to cut the noises. They brought.
I was still unsure because
the
intro was so long. Still at this point, I was unsure of whether I'd have a full run through of the chorus prior to the beat coming in, or what I was going to do in that kind of intro space. Because I really wanted the chorus to come in with impact once the beat dropped, but it was such a long intro.
Neighbors talking reckless till we came and cut the noises. We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene.
But I also didn't want the chorus to play through twice once the beat dropped before the verse came in, because I thought that's just too much. Like I want to quickly get to the hook. There's the hook. Boom, let's get to the verse. Cool, add dimension to the song, and then we can run the chorus back twice at the end, maybe with slight variation, maybe not. And then have a bit of an outro. But I just didn't want the song to be too redundant, because I figured this is going to be... God, I keep burping.
I knew she the devil when I heard her voice poison.
I didn't want it to be too redundant, because I knew it was going to be short.
Neighbors talking reckless till they can't cut the noise.
And this is my god-awful falsetto that I thought
I knew she
was a good idea.
When I heard her voice poison.
And then quickly gave up on it.
Wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cut their noises. We brought them toys. Think you came to steal the scene?
And went back to recording in my normal inflection. Before revisiting the falsetto. And...
I knew she the devil when I heard her voice poison.
God,
pull up in the scat back of the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we can't cut the noises. We brought them toys and you think we can't.
It's very faint and pretty aggressively manipulated in the final version, but it's there.
I knew she's the devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the
and it wasn't until like the end of the song,
with
all the effects applied to it and everything, where I was like, okay, now I understand. I had a vision, even this early, as to what that was going to play. That was just going to create dimension to it, bit of harmony, and it wasn't going to be as forward as it sounds there. But there I'm already coming up with the flow for the verse. I've kind of got some idea of it. And that's kind of how I make music as a whole, is just kind of this, like, there's no set, okay, I write, then I record, then I engineer. It's all just kind of together. So I'm like recording the hook, and as I'm recording the hook, another part of my brain is thinking of parts of the verse, thinking of opening lines for the verse or whatever, flow.
I knew she's the devil when I heard her voice poison.
I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing, so I can be recording, saying words that I've said enough times to just muscle memory them, and then while I'm doing that, be thinking of new lines for.
I knew she's
For
a
this.
devil
Hold on.
when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack with a wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came and cut the noises. We brought them
Scream dark.
toys and you think we came to steal the scene.
And yeah, I'm starting to do a little bit of the mixing. Like, I haven't taken any of the vocal takes and brought them to different channels where effects will be applied, whatever vocal chains. Haven't done any of that yet, but I'm just kind of leveling things out and putting them where I want them in very early stages of the mix. Panning some of the backup vocals left and right slightly to create volume. Because I think if I were to just... Is anything happening?
Zig, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah. Hold on. If I were to just leave every raw take as it is, like that's kind of, I guess it's naturally kind of what I do as my own engineer. Because if I had an engineer in the studio that I was working with, and when I go to studios, that's typically what an engineer is doing, is working on this stuff simultaneously as I'm going in between takes. But I'm just doing that all myself. A little closer. Still no vocal change, still no effects on anything. Just working on levels. I think I do better when I am due diligent in that regard, where I'm focused on let's just do the levels now and then we'll move on to this. Because if I start applying effects right away and then trying to go back and then doing levels, it's like I've gotten too messy with everything. It's just a headache. And here I take a phone call.
We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene.
I've already got a lot of the verse, like the first quarter. I used to be able, when I was younger, starting out rapping and stuff, I could count bars. Like I'd know when I had 16 bars or whatever, because I'd write in bar form, and it was very structured and rigid and everything. And somewhere along the line, I just stopped writing the same way or something. But I just cannot, unless I really try hard to think about it, I can't count bars anymore. I'm just writing until I conclude an idea, really, with verses. Unless somebody gives me a song with, like, the hooks filled in and an open verse, and it's like, oh, right to the end. All right. Something I've started doing more recently is writing verses in segments and recording intermittently as I'm still writing the verse. Like if I've got a part of it, I'll record it so that I can kind of play that back, listen to it, and think more freely for the next part of the verse. I used to strictly write verses the whole way through. Almost, I think I used to write whole songs before even starting recording. Like I was very much more structured in my creative process, but I think I make better music being messy. Like Lionel.
What's the late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking all in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories by myself. I know she was up to no good. The second she stepped in my hood, started asking my neighbors, getting persuasive, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, baby, back up. Think I need some backup. Better need some bone.
And that's what I have so far. But having that much of it, it's like I've conveyed most of what I'm trying to communicate in this verse, like the theme and everything. I've kind of taken care
It's a
of
late
all
night
that
to the night
legwork.
crawler in me. Just another day on the job. I've been lurking all in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories by myself. I know she was up to no good. Sexy stepped in my hood. Started asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some back up. Put upon them brakes for.
I love those opening
Hell no,
lines.
babe, back up. Think I need some back up.
I never blame the world for defeat.
Babe,
Or,
back up. Think I need
what
some
is it?
back up. Put upon them brakes from time to the.
I forget what it is. Hold on, let me think.
What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job. I've been lurking all in these streets. I get
Yes,
personal
whole
on these beats.
section.
I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories by myself. I know she was up to no good. Her sexy stepped in my hood. Started asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big shit, don't pay no.
That I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories but myself. That's such a... Makes you puff your chest out. Yeah, at least makes me puff my chest out. God, my back is sore. I worked out my chest yesterday, but my back is more sore than my chest. What did I do wrong? I'm a mess. Cutting off parts of my fingers. Sore back. Commentating
Yeah.
a 40-minute video of me. That's fine.
What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job. I've been lurking all in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories by myself. I know she was up to no good.
At this point, I realized, because trying to do it the whole way through, a lot of times I'll record a verse the whole way through, but especially when it's something like this where it's fast or melodic,
my neighbors getting
or
persuaded,
the
trying to find
combination
out
of
if I
both.
would. Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do it, man. Have it.
it becomes apparent quite quickly that we're going to have to do this in segments to get the clearest vocal take, to keep enough oxygen in my lungs to get through the words, so on and so forth.
The second she stepped in my hood, started asking neighbors. She stepped in my hood.
And I ain't perfect. It takes me some multiple takes.
Her sexy stepped in my hood, started asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up.
Nope. There's auto-tune on these vocals, so they don't sound as bad in my ears when I'm
Her
recording.
sexy stepped in my hood, started asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough.
Most of this verse is written. The last couple lines are just kind of like improv line
Big frame,
by
big
line.
brain, do the math, how it add up. Guy hits like a bad up.
Yeah, like that line, and then I think from here kind of till the end of the verse, it was just that's all I had written, and it was just thinking, boom, pop that in. Almost like a Lil Wayne style of recording. I've started doing that like this year, making songs in that fashion, whether it be whole songs or portions of songs, and I really like it. It's free
Big brain, big frame.
for me personally. It's a whole different way to look at it rather
big
than
brain.
trying to eloquently write
Big
a whole
brain,
verse.
big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Big brain, do the math.
Big frame, big brain, do the math.
Big frame, big brain.
Big frame, big brain, do the math.
Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Guy hits like a bad up.
I think by this time, I'd been streaming for probably 5 hours total, not just working on this song, doing a whole bunch of stuff before. So I think I had started drinking by now, and I typically get a little looser and accepting of what I write off the bat. than I would otherwise. I tend to overanalyze things in my natural state to some extent.
Still wanna cage me and no smoke no tobacco. Cage me and get smoke no tobacco. Get smoke like tobacco. But he's still trying to cage me and get smoke like tobacco. But he's still trying to cage me and get smoke like tobacco. But they still want to cage me and get smoked like tobacco. Saint with tobacco, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know exactly kind of how I want to end it. Obviously not the exact tune, but yeah.
But they still want to cage me and get smoked like tobacco.
That concept, conceptually.
Yeah. Ain't something fun. But they still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco.
And this was, yes, see, and you see the beer now. And I think by this point I was kind of getting, I should have done this. I should have switched to this camera angle way earlier. This is far more interesting for this kind of stuff. But you live and you learn when you're streaming and watching these streams back how to improve each one. But that's not even how I wrote the song.
Like, yeah.
There's the last line of the verse. Got it. And this, like, I edited the stream down to kind of consolidate everything. I think it's like 40, this video is like 42 minutes or so. But I didn't cut all that much out. I was just kind of cutting out spaces and stuff. So this is like,
This is what we got so far.
nearly real time.
Oh, Scheiße.
I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack, pull the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cut the noise. Brought them toys and you think we came
Tweaking the mix a little bit.
It's a late night to the night crawler in me.
But again, it's still on mix, just tweaking the levels, I guess, is what I'm mostly doing.
I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cut the noise. Brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. It's a late night to the night crawler in me. Just another day on the job, I've been lurking out in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories for myself. I know she was up to no good. A sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up. Big frame, big back up. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act
Trimming
up. Big
the
frame, big brain, do
intros
the
and
math, how
outros of
it
these
add up.
different
Got
vocal
hits like a
takes.
battle, but they still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco. My guys go savage, like yeah. Reckless till we came, they cut the noise. Brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. It's a late night to the night crawler in me. Just another day on the job, I've been lurking out in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories for myself. I know she was up to no good. A sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told asking my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some backup. Better pump them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a batter, but they still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco. My guys go savage, like yeah. I don't need no running room, it's a long run.
Oh, that's right. There are two more. Huh.
Still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco.
I feel like I used those last two lines somewhere else. Sitting down. Maybe not, but I do kind of like that.
Yeah. Pull up on them, they talking crazy, it's cool.
But quickly, I just discarded that, and that wasn't the last line. These are the two last lines here that I need before. And I'll find myself in those positions a lot because I'm not counting bars. It's like
So pull up on
like
them, they
the
talking
verse
crazy,
could have
it's
ended
cool.
there,
Scope at pace,
but then I
260,
realized,
got
oh, I
boom,
need two
boom,
more
boom.
lines. So it's just extending it a little more. And I think if I were too bad at counting bars and had to keep extending it too much,
Pull
I'd
up on them,
kill the quality of a verse. But I think this works.
If you're talking
It's
crazy,
like
it's cool. Let's go back to place before we steal the scene.
it's a switch of a flow, but I think it's comfortable.
So we pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we steal the scene. Let's go back to place before we take a scene. I got plenty of room in this coupe. So we pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
I'm
So we
super
pull up on him if
particular
you're talking
about
crazy, it's cool. Let's go
word
back to
choice.
place before we take a scene. I got plenty of room in this coupe.
That's why I like Pusha T so much as an artist, is because he just every word is precise. So there I was.
So we pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
Got plenty of room before we steal the scene. I got like that could have worked, but it doesn't sound as smooth as. Plenty of room.
So we pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
Take the scene. Sounds better there. And it also isn't redundant with the chorus. I don't like redundancy too much. I like variation in word choice.
Let's go back to place before we take a scene. I got plenty of room in this coupe. Hey.
I don't like being repetitive. There we go. I think we got it for the most part there.
Let's go back to place before we take a scene. I got plenty of room in this coupe. Kate.
You go, guy. You've done it.
So we pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
This was the end of day one. This is probably about
Long ass intro.
hour 10
But-
minutes
Here's what we got so far. Completely unmixed.
into the creation of this song. And then about 20 minutes day two. I mean, it's about an hour and 30
probably
minutes.
mix this
Maybe an
tomorrow,
hour, 40
actually.
minutes, maybe an hour, 20 minutes.
Kind of tired.
See,
I know she's a devil when
I'm
I
kinda
heard her
tired.
voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cutting noises. We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking out in these streets. I get
Like, this
personal
doesn't
with
even
these beats. I
sound
deserve the
that
days I'm
far
down. I never
off
played the
from
world for defeat, so I
the
count
final
victories
version
for
of the
myself.
song.
I
And
know
that's
she
kind of
felt
my
no
mentality
good.
when
The
I'm
city
working on
she stabbed
something. It's
in my
like,
hood. Told ask my neighbors getting persuaded.
if
trying
I
to
can
find
get
out
a
if I would.
quality,
Hell no, babe, back up. Think I need some back
somewhat
up.
quality
Them punk
sounding
bitches don't
song
act up. My guys don't act tough. Big
before
brain,
I
big brain,
even
do the
start
math,
adding
add up. Got hits like a
effects,
bat up.
then I'm
Still
going to put
tryna
it
catch
over
me
the
and get
top of
smoked
the
like
effects. I'm not going to be
backup. My guys go
saving
savage. Yeah, yeah,
saving
yeah. Pull up on him if you're talking
this song
crazy,
with
it's
him.
cool.
And I think
Go
that's
back to
the
place
that's
we
the
take
right
scene. I
place
got
to
plenty
be.
of room in this coupe. I know she's a devil
Like, this is
when I heard her
listenable.
voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we
Look at that head drum.
cutting
Yeah, this is
noises. We
listen.
brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. I know she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cutting noises. We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. Yeah. You think we came to steal the scene.
And at some point,
Think we came to
I
steal the
recorded
scene.
that little outro. I don't know when.
Probably did too.
Keep that.
I know she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack or the wagon, I got
Well, unnecessary to go back
Neighbors
over it.
talking reckless till we came.
But I didn't, I guess. And this is day two. Back here. Koki's in the chat
I
again.
know she's a devil when I heard
This
her
is
voice
him hearing the
poison.
song for
Pull
the
up
first
in
time.
Scat pack or the wagon, I got choices.
And I've already
Neighbors
added
talking reckless
a
till we
number-
came, they cutting noises. We brought them toys and
Typically
you
with
think we came
with
to
my
steal
mix,
the
like
scene.
I'll have
I know
a
she's a devil when I heard her
chain,
voice poison. Pull up
a
in
standard
the scat
chain
pack
that
or
I'll
the
put
wagon, I
together
got
and like
choices.
presets and
Talking
stuff for an
reckless till we
EQ.
came, they cutting noises. We
Um,
brought them toys and you think we
I
came
don't
to
have a
steal the
preset
scene.
for
It's
my
a late night to the night crawler in me.
multi-channel mix.
Just another day on the job, I've been lurking on the
multi-channel
streets.
compressor.
I get personal on
I
these
just kind of
beats. I
tweak
deserve
that.
the
But
days that I'm dealt. I never
reverb
played the
I
world for
typically
defeat,
do,
so I count victories
but I'm
for
changing
myself.
that
I know
more
she was up
recently.
no good. A sex, she stabbed
I don't know.
my
I just
hug.
start.
Told
I have
that's my
something I
name,
start
getting
with,
persuasive,
and then
trying
I
to find
can
out
just
if I would. Hell
fine
no,
tune
babe, back
stuff
up.
from
Think I
there
need some backup.
to
The
fit
punk
each
that breaks
particular
when the kids
song.
don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a batter, but they still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco. My guys go savage, like yeah, yeah, yeah. So we pull up on him if he talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take a scene. I got plenty of room in this coupe. Kick. Poison. Pull up in the scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came.
Sounds pretty close to the final version. Just tweaking the EQ, trying to find the right pocket for the different vocal channels.
What's a late night to the night crawler in me?
Because it can be a difficult thing trying to get that like highly compressed but not too much high end vocal mix that's so popular in like radio pop and music like The Kid Laroi, Justin Bieber, Lil Uzi Vert, and artists like that. Like that's the popular style of engineering these days. And I think with this beat, that's really what I was trying to go for, was that like super compressed, but still not vocals that just sit in the high ends. And I didn't want too much in the high ends either, because a lot of times when you're compressing something, you'll compress it and it just and I didn't want that. I wanted still body. Compression, but body. The falsetto take is still too loud in this version, but it's brought down and more heavily affected. Koki was happy. I was happy with what we had made and the time we made it. And this, I think, was the second song that I did live on stream. And we made a bunch since then. We're going to make a bunch more. I stream every day of the week, starting around 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., making music with producers. I created a Discord channel where creatives can get together.
My neighbors getting persuasive, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up.
I'm
Think I need some backup.
super stoked with this project and where it's going. And I'm stoked to be able to release songs like this with great producers like Koki that I just meet that day. I think this is one of my favorite things that I've done with this music thing, and I hope that it continues for a long time. I hope this taught you something, or not taught you something. I don't want to be a teacher, but I hope you got something of value if you watched this. I hope you enjoyed the song, Steal the Scene. Shout out to Rap City for helping support it. That means the world to me, and I know it means the world to Koki as well. Yeah.
She was up no good.
Oh, this is
I know she was up no good.
this has come full circle at this point, because before we started making this song, he was teaching me what new tone was, and then here we go. We make this song, and I needed to use new tone. And but
The higher octave hook doesn't fit there a little bit. I'm trying to make that. I think that has potential. Definitely gonna play around with it. I'm not done by a long shot engineering the hook. I just want to try and get a clean verse take and get the recording out of the way before we get in fine tuning stuff. Because like this higher octave hook isn't even set to a vocal channel yet. So once that is, then we can start adding effects, playing with it. Just trying to add a little bit of dynamic quality to the vocals on the hook. I don't want that to audibly stand out or anything, but
join stream every day at 1:30 p.m. every weekday.
Cool.
Or join me at night as we take over the game Lost Ark and play through the storyline and hopefully learn all the other things that you could do.
Screen.
Thanks for supporting me as always. I appreciate y'all. Share the song. That's the best thing that I could ask you to do.
Wait,
Lilo
the
Key.
project is loading.
Stream on YouTube. Stream on
No
Twitch
worries.
at twitch.tv/Lilo Key Live.
You see this
Come
button
hang
right
out.
here?
Yep.
New music every
You
Friday.
can just grab it and put it on your timeline.
Oh, okay. So
And
you're
this is the version you did on Newton.
gotcha. So you're not actually adjusting the original vocal file. You're adjusting what will be a secondary vocal file. And that's I think that's a good loose layout. Obviously, some elements of like answering emails, doing other stuff, creating content will exist on like the Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday streams as well to some extent. But it'll just be primarily, it'll just give you at least some idea of what to expect.
I count victories for myself, I know she was up to no good. The second she stabbed in my hood, told asking my neighbors getting persuaded, trying to find out if I'm still the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking all in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt, I never blame the world for defeat. So I count victories for myself, I know she was up to no good. The second she stabbed in my hood, told asking my neighbors getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, babe, back up, think I need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a batter, but they still trying to cage me and get smoked like tobacco. My guys go savage, like yeah. So we pull up on them if you're talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take this in.
Maybe we don't need to re-record this. Maybe we can fix this up with pitch correction. Where are we at here?
So we pull up on them if you're talking crazy, it's cool. So we pull up on them if you're talking.
We pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
Crazy is cool.
Pull up on him if you're talking crazy, it's cool. Cool.
So we pull up on them if you're talking crazy, it's cool.
What is happening here?
So we pull up on them if you're talking crazy, it's cool. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool.
Pull up on him if they talking crazy, it's cool.
Yeah. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take this in. I got plenty of room in this cool cake. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice. Yeah. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take this in. I got plenty of room in this cool cake. Yeah. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take this in. I got plenty of room in this cool cake. I knew she's a devil. Yeah. So we pull up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place before we take this in.
Cool. I think it sounds better.